Like, you gotta listen to people, though. They want to go back to, they want holistic care. So whether you want to call it witchcraft or voodoo or hoodoo or whatever, like people want to rely on earth magic and earth to heal them. You go, you sit in the hot springs, you rejuvenate yourself, you exercise a little bit, you drink water, you eat healthy, you feel good, and I did HISOP and it cleared that off right away. Okay, so herbs do work, and so does homeopathics. Okay, homeopathy. I've tried them both. I've seen them both work. So I'm not saying it's a cure-all for everything. There's also a time and a place for, antibiotics and, emergency dental care and, interventions to save your life if you just got hit by a car. Get a tumor out of your brain. But there's a little bit more to that. Either way, you can focus on parasites, cleaning your body, the candida override, and not eating sugar that feeds cancer, parasites, and candida. Okay, so there's a few ways to keep your body clean and to also keep these from attacking your body, these pathogens that find a way to get in and sneak in, right? And then they look like rashes or respiratory issues or whatever. They turn into all sorts of things, even hernias and hemorrhages and cancers, autoimmune disorders. So either way, there's a lot to life, and ultimately, I'm over here, I'm like, why don't we just think like North Koreans and be self-sufficient and work on sustainability from within? We can cultivate holistic medicine even for our teeth. If you look at cocaine as, medicinal and not as something to snort and get high on, so what if you did use that in place of Novocaine, and what if you did use that as a numbing agent instead of opiates, things like fentanyl, like what if you did, so either way, that's just the dilemma I think they're kind of having sometimes is once upon a time ago it was in Coca-Cola and now it's like we all went to prison for it, and that's crazy, so I don't know. I've seen energy drinks do a lot to people too, and also a fast food diet. So there's a lot of ways to live and also let live, and you're choosing it every day.